Welcome to the Bombshells Laboratory video review for the Fanstoys FT-32A Gehry. This is their rendition of a masterpiece scaled G1 scrapper. I'll be going over this figure in 6 categories, those being the aesthetics of the alt mode, as you can see here, the transformation into robot mode, a few interesting points on the engineering there, the aesthetics of the robot mode, the articulation of the robot mode, and finally the accessories. At the end of the video, I'll be giving my overall emotions of the figure, about the figure, and just my general feelings about it after having it for a while. Jumping right in here to the aesthetics of the alt mode, and we've got a pretty good looking little scooper here. When he first got here, I thought he was very Tonka truck-like, and I kind of stand by that take, you know. That just pegs in right at the back there. There isn't any real particular way to do it. You just kind of peg it in, and it sits real nice. I think it maybe fills it out a little bit more, but for the most part, it's just kind of storage. Those things we'll get into some when we get to accessories. I'll explain what this whole thing is, and, you know, I'll show them off with the gun, and I'll show the trumpet, which I'm quite excited to get to. But overall, in terms of vehicle mode aesthetics, he looks just about perfect for G1. He's got a little too much going on in the front here, I think, though, you know, all things considered. It's not really convincing necessarily. It's trying, you know, and you can do a little bit here. If I pull it off screen here for a second, you can do a little bit here with the bucket to make it look a little better. You know what I mean? But for the most part, you can get the bucket on the ground a little more and it looks a little bit better. But for the most part, it's just kind of maybe a Cybertronian construction vehicle. All right, getting into transformation here. And the first thing we're going to do is lift this up and straighten it out to make our lives a little bit easier, right? We don't actually want our legs split at this point in the process. We will get them split in a second. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come to the sides here. Our arms are tabbed in right here, and we need those untabbed. So we're going to untab those from either side, just like that. We'll untab these now, lift these up and fold them up like that. While I'm at this, open this tab and open this. I'll say that when I get to the other side, actually. You're gonna flip this leg out and it'll tab in at the top there. Come down here, fold out your heel, flip it up, fold down your foot, up and out, and your heel should fit real nicely around that there. Fold the grate in and fold this down backwards. Shuttle this up, and that'll all tab together. The legs on this guy are actually really easy. Honestly, I don't think this guy is very hard at all. On the other side, it's just the same. While I'm at it, real quick, I'm not going to do this guy's combined mode in this video. Just like Brawl, I'm just going to save it for when we've got all of them. On that note, the Scavenger looks really good. The right does look excellent. I'm very excited for him. Same with their Hook, actually, who I don't think we've gotten a name for. But I'm very excited for him. Get all that shut up there. Move the leg over, collapse that in. Get all that shut up. And there's your legs. Very simple. The top part here is a little bit more complicated, but not very much. a lot of it's just kind of getting stuff done the right way. So we're going to come to the top here and try and kind of get these loosened up some here from these tabs. Just kind of start to loosen everything up here. It's a lot tabbed in up here. So once these are loosened some, we're going to untab our arms from the bottom here. And that's pretty easy, actually. Once they're untabbed from the top, it's not that hard to get them out of this little pit here. You just gotta do it, kind of. I know that's not that helpful, but unfortunately, it's just kind of the case. So next thing we can do is we can come up here to these wheels. We can rock them back and then start to rotate them forward. We rock them back because they're tabbed in there. Get those. So it's tabbed in up here, and it's also tabbed in here. So you need to rock it back a little bit to get that. You can see it. Then you'll rotate it forward and around, down and in. Get this up and over, and there's that. All done. You can just kind of lay that there for time being. Next thing I'm going to deal with, actually, is the bucket, because it's a pain in the butt, actually. So, fold this down, fold this up here. Fold all of this down here. Untab this and get these folded in. Get these two sides folded in here. There's that. So we need to, there's two clips on the back. We need to untab it from the clips. And realistically, this is actually easier if you keep it out, because there's these double joints under here that you have to work while you move it. So flipping this around here so that it's easier to see what exactly we're doing. We're going to push these up here like so. Push our double joints in. And as we're doing that, we want to fold. Oh, come on. As we are folding our double joints in, we want to fold these over. And it'll push in down here. I did actually push those in a little bit early. So you're going to line these two holes, these two like hexagonal holes up here with that tab. And those will tab in there. Get all that folded together. There were tabs in there. I'll be honest, I wasn't aware of it. And kind of screwed it up out of the box. But it all holds together really nice still. So I suppose I can't complain that much. All right. So getting into the arms here. And we are almost done. Straighten out our shoulders. Get them pegged in there. Get that lock shut. Get this all pegged together. Well, you can do that if it's easier. Open that up, flip out our hand. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Line that up right. There you go. Flip that back around. Fold that up at the shoulder. Flip all this around. And just like on the other side, it'll all tab together real nice and secure. Open the hand panel up. Flip out the hand and shut it. You can push up these little pieces here to lock the arms in place. But you don't really need to. They tab really securely. Tab in that other shoulder and lock it too. And then open up this piece here. I do often need a spudger. It's quite tight. Get in there and flip out. his head. There you go. And there you have Fanstoys Gehry. Getting into the aesthetics here, and in terms of look, this might be the best Fanstoys figure I own. Other than maybe their Jive, this is, I mean, the chest piece is 2 different colors of red, just like in the show. He's got all the detailing in here. He's got detailing in his abs, if you can make that out a little bit. He's got quite a sizable backpack, which there are some little ways that you can kind of even it out some more, but it's pretty big either way. But he looks really nice. The purple is incredible. Purple is my favorite color, so I was really excited to get this guy. And he looks amazing. That head sculpt is incredible. That head sculpt is incredible. Nice tires on the legs, and like good looking feet. Just generally an all around good looking figure. Getting into articulation for this guy, and starting at the head here, we've got a tight 360. All the joints on this guy are really tight. I assume it's because he's a combiner leg, so they just kind of went all out with it. None of them are really concerning in any way. I think part of that's just because he's really beefy, though. You know, it's, as long as you're careful about it, I don't think you're going to break anything on him. His head looks up that far, and down, not at all, unless you want to untab it, in which case it looks down a little bit. And you can work that joint to make it look more natural. But looks up pretty far and does do a full 360. Arms do a full 360 as well. Same with at the bicep. They go out to here. He's got a very tight pivot, elbow pivot, just past 90 degrees. A full 360 degree swivel at the wrist, but it's very tight, again, just like everything else. 2 joints on each finger and a thumb. With 2 joints, the Fanstoys Classic. He has a really tight ab crunch that I'm honestly not sure I'm going to be able to get here, considering how that attempt went. But he does have it. It's in there. I think it's partially more for combined mode, which is why it's so ridiculously tight. But as of right now, I just kind of am choosing not to deal with it. Getting his hip skirts out of the way here. We've got forward movement on a ratchet out to there, and that's real solid. Real sturdy. Like, you gotta really try to move that thing. And it also goes back a little bit. Not very far, though. Goes out to there. There's a thing there. There's a peg there for transformation. Make sure you don't move it out past there. You'll break it. You've got a knee bend that's real tight, as you can hear there. That gets you 90 degrees. That's really nice. Very sturdy again. Ankle pivots out to there. And you can technically get more, but it doesn't really work, you know. But it does go forward, and that does work. You've got actually a lot of like forward and back maneuverability here because of that transformation joint that you could very, very much use as actual articulation in the feet. All in all, not super... Oh, he's also got a little bit of a waist swivel here, but it's a very tiny one because of the wheels in the back. No, all in all, Not a super well-articulated figure, all things considered. But for what you're going to want from a Constructicon up until the point that you've got all of them and can make the combined mode, he's really nice. Alright, getting into accessories for this guy, and first of all, we've got his screen accurate gun up there, which is painted in all black and looks very nice. It's got a little bit of molding in there. We'll get to the trumpet in a second. The trumpet, I think, is really neat. It's got a little bit of molding in there, some detail, not a whole lot. He holds it really nice, though, and it looks really good. This backpack is entirely die cast, other than, I think, the hook part here, essentially, and is the heel for the combined mode, actually. It's got a whole bunch of different stuff you can do with it to make it look like not just a heel for a combined mode. Like, it's got a scooper, you know? But at the end of the day, none of this stuff is going to fully look real. It's always going to kind of look like a sled with a scooper. So it's... But all things considered, it'll make the combined mode a lot sturdier to have a fully die-cast heel. So I can't complain. This little trumpet here is insane. So you may notice it's glistening a little bit. That is because, if you can hear there, it is fully die-cast from top to bottom. Now he holds this okay, pretty good actually, but because it's made fully of die-cast, it doesn't flex when you put it in his hand. So the fit has to be kind of exact. You have to have it right, exactly lined up. But as you can see there, it's not actually hard to get it in his hand and to work it into a pose, and to work him into a pose where it looks like he's, where it looks kind of like he's blowing it, you know? There you go. He's tooting his trumpet. Anyways, very neat little thing. Pretty impressive, honestly. Painted in full gold, made completely of die cast. Just very nice little thing. He doesn't come with a lot of accessories, but for what they are, they're really nice. The trumpet is kind of ridiculous to me, but I love it. I hope that their long haul, if their long haul is the last one to come out, I hope that their long haul comes with flags and that they all come with trumpets. But all things considered, for what they are, I can't really complain about the accessories. Alright, final thoughts on the Fanstoys Gehry. Overall, this guy's really, really nice. He's got a lot of really nice die casts and a lot of very solid joints. You do kind of want to be careful with him because a lot of those joints are so tight. But honestly, like, if you can see there, his hips are die cast. He's got die cast up here. He's got die cast down here. He's full of it, you know. There's die cast everywhere here. He's realistically designed to be as heavy and tight as possible because he's a foot. And I can't complain that much about that. It'll keep Devastator, or whatever their Devastator's name is, sturdy. So I can't complain. He looks really good. His gun sits in his hand really nicely. He's not hard to make look dynamic. His paint is all really, really high quality, and he's got a lot of shelf presence. Actually, one thing that I haven't mentioned yet, because I don't really do size comparisons very much, is his size. I did not expect him to be this big. I've got my MP Megatron on hand here, and if I bring him in, they're not quite the same size, but they are very close. Like, very, very close. No, he is very big And I like that. I was hoping he'd be a big guy, you know? This makes me very excited for their Long Haul. Long Haul's my favorite Constructicon, so I'm hoping that he's a real knockout figure. The next few figures look really good. I'm not picking up the Magnus, though, just because it's too expensive right now. All around, though, I just think he's a good figure. He's worth the money if you can find him for $150 like we did. I know he's $200 a lot of places, but for the price that we got him for, he's a big, hefty, solid guy. He's everything I'd hope for from a Fanstoys scrapper in a lot of ways. Other than that backpack is a little nasty, if I'm honest. It's not great. And the front end in vehicle mode is a little in terms of look. But in terms of feel, he's incredible. And his combined mode, which I didn't show in this video, but I will show, don't you worry, is great. It's insane. It's so well put together. It's very solid. It makes me excited for the rest of them. With that, this is Bombshells Lab signing off. You guys have a good night. Bye.